So Colin Cowherd decides to continue to blast Deion Sanders nonstop. He's been doing it 3 days before the draft. And since the draft left, every day it's been hit pieces after hit pieces towards Deion. This is Deion's fault. This is this and that. So let me show you what the video it was and what he said about Deion.
Watching the NFL draft this year on both ESPN and the NFL Network was maddening. I can understand why he's dropping. What in the world is happening? Dad is happening. That's why I like the tact that Arch Manning and his family's doing. They're staying in the shadows. That's where all the real power is in life. Get out in the sun and get burned. Deion was in the sun. Deion spent too much time on television talking. Doesn't mean Deion's a bad guy. He's a great recruiter. He's done wonderful things for Colorado. He's an all-time great player. But I have said this over and over, and I will repeat it. Dads, stop talking. Nobody cares. Quarterback dad has become pageant mom. Your heart is in the right place. You have good intent. You are hurting your sons. Nico Iamaleava, remember that? Tennessee? He cost his son millions of dollars, and now he's at a second-tier college football program instead of the Tennessee Volunteers. So this is a cautionary tale. Watching the NFL draft this year on both ESPN.
So Colin just really compared Deion and a quarterback named Nico, I'm not available, from Tennessee, which has nothing to do with each other besides they're melanated people. But Colin seems to have a problem with melanated people. We're going to show you. We're going to talk about it. Notice he brought up Arch Manning and Archie Manning. Well, we all know what the Mannings did to the NFL, but Colin is like most typical white dudes. He only see it through one tunnel vision. We're going to expose Colin Cowherd today with receipts, And I want y'all to smash the like button, hit the notification bell. Let's start the show the right way.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve.
So YouTube family, if you guys don't know what's going on, Colin Cowherd, who is a degenerate to every way in shape and form you can call him a degenerate, he continues to blast Deion Sanders for other people he gives props to for doing the same thing. But he lies with his false narrative. So he disrespects Deion and calls Deion hang on, I want to post the actual clip. So he calls Deion, said he spends too much time in the sun and get burned, Colin said. Deion was in the sun. Deion spent too much time on television talking, but I have said this over and over. I will repeat it. Dads, stop talking. Nobody cares. Quarterback dads has become which means Deion has become a pageant mom, and your heart is in the right place. You have good intent. You're hurting your sons. What did Deion do to hurt his sons? Deion Sanders is the coach of an actual college Power 5 team. See, Deion Sanders, when he's on TV, he doesn't talk about his son. He talks about Colorado football players, which happens to be two of his sons as well. Colin Coward didn't interject any proof to what Deion did, no different than a white counterpart or just a regular head coach at all. There are many white coaches who are coaching their sons in the high school level, college level, and some we've seen through the NFL ranks through either coordinator position or whatever, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. But him and most guys who look like him and a lot of male males, they have this counterfeit argument, fabricated argument, their own narratives that they threw out there so they can argue about it and act like it existed. And that's my problem, that he used the Manning family as an example on how Deion should be. So should Deion regulate the draft? Should Deion force his son not to go to San Diego Chargers? He has to go to Giants. All of these talking points that Colin dismissed. As you guys don't know, Colin dismisses a lot of things, and I put the article here. You guys can pause the articles and read it yourself. I'm not going to read the salacious article because I can't stand white fragility. if you speak too much time defending your people, they get offended, which is weird. Why would you get offended for me defending my people? If you don't have any malice reasons, you're not the same as the people I'm calling out. Why would you feel some type of way? Because it's a spiritual warfare. I've been saying it over and over. A lot of these dudes, they don't even know why they keep attacking Deion Sanders other than for what they were built up genetically, meaning this is who they are. But if you ask them and let them know you're being wicked towards me, they look at you crazy because they don't know the things they do, not making excuses for them. Because Joe Klatt said something obviously because he was talking about white fragility without saying it.
Deion Sanders, let me backtrack for a moment. If someone wants to paint Colorado and Deion Sanders in a negative light, it's going to be that times 10 because of the prime effect. If someone wants to paint him in a positive light, it's going to be that times 10 because of the prime effect. So
he told the truth. That's your peers, Joe Klatt. I'm one of the people he talked about, which I accepted. If you love Deion Sanders, you're going to talk about him times 10, just like I do. And if you hate Deion Sanders, like bitch ass Colin Cowherd, you're going to continue vehemently attack with fallacies that don't make sense. So since Colin Cowherd likes attacking, I thought it would be just if we expose Colin Cowherd. He doesn't know what he talks about, ladies and gentlemen. He was allegedly dating Christine. I'm not going to get into that. We know why he got into his 2 divorces. We know why he's been married multiple times. I've been married multiple times, and I don't sugarcoat. I was in the wrong. But guys like Colin get up here to nick and point at everybody else with all the fallacies he has. So he's going to disrespect Dwayne Haskins. Rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins. I think he died in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was April 9th, 2022. He died in my city of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Broward County. He died over there crossing the road. Colin Cowherd is going to do a segment talking about all the quarterbacks who will never win a Super Bowl. He does this a year after Dwayne Haskins dies. You don't believe me? Let's watch the tapes.
Category. And then the third category is 20 guys who are not getting to a Super Bowl.
Fox Sports 1's Colin Coward made a horrible mistake.
And certainly not winning it. And that's everybody else. From Baker Mayfield, Teddy Bridgewater, Dwayne Haskins.
Wait a minute, Dwayne Haskins?
New details about a tragic collision in Florida. Quarterback Dwayne Haskins, a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers, struck and killed by a truck overnight while walking on a highway.
The Florida Highway Patrol says a 24-year-old was hit by a dump truck while crossing this stretch of I-595.
Category. And
so you added Dwayne Haskins on that list, and when you did the segment, he's already been dead for almost 2 years during the time you did that segment, but you don't have a clue of what the fuck you talk about. You get on here, you just ramble away to what can help your monetization situation on YouTube. You're a debunked degenerate in every way, and your colleagues know this, Colin, because you're the same guy who chooses not to honor certain sports stars who have died. This is your stitch. Look, a source told me a long time ago, Colin doesn't do death on his show. Not a word when Don Shula passed. Rest in peace to the legend Don Shula. Not a word when Franco Harris passed. Not a word when Dwayne Haskins passed. So when you don't care that someone died, you won't remember that someone died. You're cold-blooded, bitch. That's what your colleagues are saying about you. Your fellow Mayo colleagues are calling you cold-blooded. You don't know what's going on. So, of course, you don't know that Dwayne Haskins been dead for almost 2 years, and you add him to a segment like that. If I was one of the Haskins family, I'll the dog shit out of you. Speaking of dog and what you are, let's continue to more dog situations of what you are, sir. So you got fired from ESPN for a lot of reasons. Remember, 2 times you got let go. But the main reason is you seem to see melanated people as idiots and dumb people who cannot articulate themselves, who don't have the smart wit for all. Well, first of all, you don't have any intelligence or articulations about you. You're just a Mayo guy who's been given a privileged position that you get on here and you continue to fuck up. You got let go from ESPN for racist tangents against Dominican players. You basically called them dumb. They don't know anything else but how to play sports. But yeah, you don't say the same thing about your Mayo colleagues. So everything that you said about the Dominicans were deemed inappropriate. You ridiculed them, Colin. This is exactly what you did. Now, I understand a lot of Dominicans don't like claiming they're black. I'm no black. I'm Dominican. But nonetheless, it still proves who you are, Colin. Never forget, I expose the racists. I expose the degenerates in our medias who pretend that they're bigger than life. I'm not you guys' favorite YouTubers. Your favorite YouTubers are dancing on videos and spending time copying each other. I do the real journalistic investigation. Now, Colin, ESPN got rid of you for that. You didn't give any real apology. Everybody got offended through a written down, watered down letter that was given to you, because when you read this apology letter that was written for you, you seemed lost, like you didn't know what the hell it was about. I proved who you people are every fucking day, dude. I feel about you the same way your ex-wife felt about you, bro. I feel about you the same way your Fox colleagues feel about you. You know, when you were jealous of Jason Whitlock, because Speak for Yourself belonged for you. See, that's why Jason Whitlock is going to keep getting his nigga wake up moments. Speak for Yourself was for Colin Cowherd. Jason Whitlock got let go of ESPN, and you thought he was the little chumpity chimity chimity jim chimity jim chimity jim jim chiroo a chim chimity chim. You are a racist too, Colin. But you thought Jason Whitlock was just gonna be your do boy. Jason Whitlock made the ratings go up more than your show. Your actual show on Fox been dwindling in ratings. You really got let go from ESPN because of low ratings, sir. Everybody knows it. You ran for the hills and had no choice, because even on Fox right now, they force feed us you, Colin. You're the face of Fox. So when the ratings go too low like that, they can't, I don't know how to properly say it, but let's articulate it like this. They can't handle the fact that their face is dwindling in numbers, because then it exposes the other shows and segments that they have there. So they have to purport all their investments into you when you're the least talented one on Fox. Joe Klatt is more informative than you. It's a breath of fresh air to listen to Joe Klatt. We don't listen to you, Colin. You're a babbling idiot who happened to be Mayo. And I say so. I'm Mayo and I say so. The fragility of you people is God-forsaken disgusting. I'm done with this charade, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm DJ Bless One, the best one. And I absolutely mean the best one. When I tell you people that this is bigger than football and deeper than football, you'll get the gist of things. It is. At the end of the day, love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed.
I've been broke so many times.